All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. For those of you who are thirsty, it is Thursday. Brought to you by the Rock Cave. How are we doing today? It's Thursday. We're getting there, right? What are we talking about today? How can we just keep talking about music? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? But here I am. Still here. You're welcome. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, let's see. This is a true story. I was in the car just last night, and this song came on. And then I said, you know what? I'm doing this song, and I'm talking about this guy. So I guess that's a dealer's choice then, right? So we're talking today about Bob Seger. And I've been thinking about it a lot. And the question is, shouldn't there be more of a national conversation about how awesome Bob Seger is? I mean, I feel like, he's not in the conversation. And he should be when you think about it. He's kind of like that old shirt that you just love so much that you take for granted. You just, it's always there for you. It's your favorite one. It's really good. You don't always think about it. It's just like, it's just reliable. It's there for you. That's Bob Seger, right? I did do an episode on Bob Seger. I've done a few. I did one in season 1 before I knew I was going to get this mega deal. And I just vomited out all of his songs. And it was 40 or 50 songs all in one episode that I just was wow, can you name all the songs you love from Bob Seger? And I just went down the list. And I was just, spewing out Bob Seger songs. And then we got renewed. So, and I think I did one other episode about maybe Turn the Page. I think that's what we did, right? So I heard this song last night, and I was like, you know what? You don't get enough credit for some of his more rockin' songs, because a lot of his songs are somewhere between slow and medium, right? Like you look at some of his songs, and they're somewhere in there, right? And but yet they're so good. And I know there's fans out there, and I've been a fan since high school. But it's been a long time since I sat down and just played Bob Seger's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2, for instance, or Live Bullet, which we'll talk about. And I think that's what you guys should be doing today. But the song that I heard last night was Her Strut. And it's just so good. And I thought, you know what, we're going to do a few of his, more rockin' songs. We're just going to talk about a few of those. But let's run the numbers first of all. Of course, everyone knows he's from Detroit, and if you didn't know he's from Detroit, now you do. Silver Bullet Band, also from Detroit. Interesting thing about him is that what made him big, he was locally, Detroit area, Michigan area, he was big. But what broke him nationally was he was starting to get a reputation as an awesome live artist. And when Live Bullet came out in 1976, that's when he became part of the national conversation about, hey, you should check this guy out. And in the same year, he put out Night Moves, the album, and he was off and running. So that's where that came from. He did work with the Muscle Shoals rhythm section pretty regularly on his hits and albums. So that's something you should know about that if you haven't seen that documentary. 6 decades of music, 75 million records sold. He's one of the top selling artists of all time. Let that sink in. And they did a farewell tour in 2018, and boy, do I wish I saw that tour because I never saw him in concert. Man, I should have. His greatest hits, his first Volume 1 greatest hits that came out in the 2000s, early 2000s, was the #1 selling catalog album of the decade. Not the year, people. Between 2000 and 2009 for catalog records. For those of you who don't know, that's not a new record. It's stuff that's a back catalog. The Greatest Hits sold 9 million copies, which beat the Beatles' #1 and Michael Jackson hits. I'm just saying. The evidence is there. You just got to look around to see it. There's a lot of Bob Seger fans out there. And I'm not even going to name the 35 songs that you could go to, which are the slow to medium ones. I mean, you can do that below. We're just talking about a few. I do have to say, Live Bullet was probably the first, one of two first live albums that I ever loved. And that transition between Traveling Man and Beautiful Loser might be the best transition between two songs in live album history. It's up there. You got something better? I mean, I can think of one that I like, but not as good. Second place might be the Loadout Stay from Jackson Browne, but this one is just amazing. And this is one of the first live albums I ever truly loved. All right, so what are some of his more upbeat songs? You got The Fire Inside, The Fire Down Below, lots of fire. I mean, you got Fire Lake, that's a little slower though. Catmandu, right? I mean, that song's been on the radio forever and ever, and you don't get tired of it. Catmandu is like, that's awesome song. And of course, Shakedown from Beverly Hills Cop, great song. And Her Strut, just, I don't know, that's one of the early ones that was just a little bit more of a rocker for me, that made me say, you know what, this guy's got some good stuff. Let's keep listening to him. So I want to hear your Bob Seger stories today. I know you're going to throw all kinds of songs. You're going to just, really the best thing you could do is put on Bob Seger's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Volume 2 and just let it soak in and be like, I can't believe I just listened to Bob Seger for an hour and a half and I knew the words to all the songs and I enjoyed all the ones on here. That's your assignment today, is Bob Seger. And some of you are going to be really happy about that. Trust me. And your song of the day is Her Strut, because that's what I heard. Catmandu was a close second, but Her Strut is your song of the day today from Bob Seger, who is 76 years old, by the way, and maybe he'll do one more tour. I don't think he will, but that was a huge hole in my resume. Should have gone to see that concert. Regrets. Anyway, play Bob Seger today, because I said so. Link post below. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. I hope it involves music. Looking forward to the weekend. Have a good one, and I'll catch you on the flip side.